Yo, what's up guys, Boss here, and I'm back from the YouTube video, and this time we're going to be playing some top ladder using a Lava Hound Goblin Cage deck. So if you guys remember, Goblin Hut was really strong last meta, and this is actually the same deck, just with Goblin Cage instead of the Goblin Hut, because Goblin Hut got a pretty big nerf, and Goblin Cage is just a much better option in this deck now. So I'll show you guys how much damage it does. 407 each time the brawler hits now, whereas before it was probably, 380 something, maybe 370. It just does so much more now, and it's just actually kind of insane. Now Baby Dragon, as you guys know, got a small nerf, HP nerf, but the thing is Baby Dragon, I felt like when it got nerfed, it was just one of the most, I would say, broken cards in the game. Definitely one of the best in the game in terms of like usage and win rate. So I think this HP nerf is not going to kill the card. It still survives lightning, and it really still gets the job done on defense, and it supports Lava Hound really well, and I think it's still going to be very, very viable, especially in lava decks, because you need that splash. Inferno Drag, I feel like, is not a good replacement for it. You need to have the Baby Dragon for the splash. But yeah, we're at about top 1,000 right now. Let's go ahead and search for the first game. Push up with this Lava Goblin Cage deck. And Goblin Cage is a very, very safe card to play first play of the game, because it's not really something people can punish. He's going to go ahead and cycle a Zap. So we're actually going to Lava, because he basically wasted 2 Elixir. We have the Brawler defending there, and I mean, he just kind of leaked a couple of Elixir. There's really no reason to not go for a Lava if they're just going to sit back and not do anything. But it looks like he is going to go for a Graveyard. Now, this is definitely probably going to take our tower, but he just used pretty much all of his Elixir, and I don't think there's any way he's defending this, because Dark Prince, Valk, 8 Elixir, and Poison kills his Ice Wizard. That's going to be another air counter that he's gonna have die, and I don't know how he's defending this. I mean, I'm gonna Miner in the back. This will kind of like ensure that we have the I was gonna say have the tower, but he has arrows, so he has arrows for the lava pups. Now we know what he's using. I kind of had no idea what he was using, but we were kind of put in a kind of bad situation, but we managed to kind of take advantage of our Elixir lead when he went in for that Valk Dark Prince Graveyard, which pretty much used everything he had. And we're now in a great spot, because, as you guys probably know, Graveyard in a 2-tower game is not good at all, and Lava Hound's actually pretty decent in a 2-tower game. So we're in a great spot right now. We're going to get Barbs down on this Graveyard. Barbs are a really good answer to the Graveyard. And I'm debating whether we need a Barb Barrel, and because he zapped, it's probably pretty necessary that we go in for the Barb Barrel to clean up the Dark Prince and the Valk. And he doesn't have his Graveyard in cycles, so it's pretty safe for us to just go for a Lava Hound now in the back, and next time he goes for a Graveyard, I think we can just poison it. Let's first defend this. It looks like he isn't even going to Graveyard, so he just kind of went for Dark Prince at the bridge, which is quite interesting. I think we just poison his Ice Wizard here, and then we should be fine. He's going to Valk. Should get a Mega Minion down here to keep up the pressure. He's going to go for his own Mega Minion. Oh, wow, he's got a Freeze. Okay, I didn't know he had Freeze. So Freeze arrows are going to be his spells. He's probably going to play arrows there. Yeah, he does. Okay, we know what his whole deck is now. We're not going to be surprised by that Freeze. Poison is so good versus Graveyard Freeze, because the Freeze doesn't really do anything if you have a Poison down on the Graveyard. We're going to Lava Hound. We're in a good position to do it. I feel like Dark Prince is kind of annoying when he has that in cycle, but he doesn't have that in cycle. I feel like that's his best way of applying pressure, but when he doesn't have that, he can't do that, obviously. So Barb's there to kill the Ice Wizard. And then I think we need to get a Miner down on defense, because, he has Freeze. He could have froze the tower and allowed the Dark Prince to pretty much take my whole tower, which wouldn't have been that good. Okay, so the Goblin Cage is going to be able to distract that Dark Prince So we can definitely go for a lava push now. I think we should keep the pressure up. Nice catch on the miner on his end. Does go for the arrows there. And surprisingly, he goes for a freeze, even though we had the poison down. And once again, he goes in for a really aggressive graveyard. And a freeze. I think he messed up, guys. Like I said, when you have poison down, freeze is almost irrelevant. So we pick up a nice win there, and, you know, that guy played it quite well. Because Lava Hound Poison does really good versus Graveyard, but I think Dark Prince definitely helped him out a lot, because Dark Prince is really good versus Barbarians and Valk as well, so I had to be really careful how I was defending those Graveyards, and I couldn't use the Barbarians as freely as I would have liked to, but overall wasn't too bad. He got a really nice start, but we kind of fixed our cycle, figured out his whole deck, and then once we did that, it wasn't too bad to come back. So let's go for a Goblin Cage again to start this game off and see what he wants to do here. He's going to go for his own Goblin Cage. And once again, I think Lava Hound's fine here. When you have the Goblin Cage up, it's just overall pretty safe to just go for a Lava Hound. And the Dark Prince wasn't that good there on his end because I had a Goblin Cage up. But what I'm a little worried about now is his Brawler that's coming out of it, but luckily he's not going to tank for it or anything, so it's going to be really easy to take out. And looks like we're versus another Graveyard deck. He's going to have Musketeer, though, so a slightly different variant. He's not going to be able to protect the Musketeer, though. In fact, he fails the Ice Golem. That was a really bad Ice Golem. And we get some Lava Pups on top of his tower, and a couple of them are distracted by his Ice Golem, but look at that. A couple get lock on the tower, and now we're in a great position, whereas last game we were kind of down to start off the game, but this time we're actually in the lead here. We can go for a high Goblin Cage now. If he had his Musketeer and cycle, this wouldn't be a good play because he could play Musketeer at the bridge and snipe it, but he doesn't have a Musketeer in rotation right now and Disrupt Elixir, so no reason why we shouldn't do that. This time we're going to not Lava Hound. I want to, I think, wait till double. We don't need to be as aggressive anymore since we already have such a good lead, but yeah, we need to be really careful about his graveyards. We need to make sure we have Barbs or Poison in rotation. We might need to go for Barbarians here on top of all this. And once we do, we're still going to have Poison for the Graveyard, and he's still going to go in for the Graveyard anyways, even after we defended that really easily. And now he's not going to have enough Elixir to defend that Baby Dragon. Snowball is all he had, so Baby Dragon's going to get a few shots on this tower, I guess a couple. And now that it's double, we can go ahead and set up a Lava Hound here. We just have to watch out. He's going to actually, I actually think he's going to rush us really hard here. He's probably going to go for a Graveyard with this Dark Prince. Yeah, that's exactly what he's going to do. So let's go ahead and cycle our Barbarrel and then get Barbarians down right away to take care of that Graveyard. And now let's poison the Musketeer. Might drop a Mega Minion 2 into the poison. Looks like he does because he kind of had to because he wants to get rid of that Lava Hound quickly. But as a result, that's just giving us more value. The Pups kill his Mega Minion. That's really good. And do we do enough damage to take the tower? Yeah, we do. Alright, nice. But yeah, guys, I think it's good that we versed Graveyard the first couple of games because Graveyard, I think, is going to be really popular this meta. Graveyard pairs pretty well with the Goblin Cage, and even though Baby Dragon was nerfed, Graveyard's just a pretty strong archetype, and Graveyard also does good versus Bomb Tower cycle decks, such as Bomb Tower, Magic Archer cycle, which might come back this meta. So yeah, the Lava might be a good option this meta. Does good versus, you know, Bomb Tower cycle, does good versus Graveyard, and overall doesn't have too many awful matchups. Alright, let's go ahead and open this up here. You don't need to strike anything. I have everything already maxed. Alright, we're about top 600 now. Let's go for the next game. But yeah, this meta is going to be really interesting because I'm kind of curious to see if more people are going to be using the Firecracker this meta or the Magic Archer, because both cards are really strong and they both fit in a lot of decks. So I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see. We're gonna go for a Goblin Cage again to start the game off. He's gonna Earthquake. We can apply some pressure with a Miner here. He's gonna have Dark Prince. I don't think this time he's gonna have Graveyard because of him having Earthquake. Graveyard Earthquake just simply doesn't make any sense. So with that being said, I'm gonna make a guess and say this is probably Royal Hogs, and that's what it is. What it is gonna be. Really aggressive on his end, but I can see the reasoning behind it because, you know, his Dark Prince was still alive, so, you know, it took care of a lot of the barbarians. But, you know, he has his pressure cards out of rotation here, his Royal Hogs, but I think it's an okay time to just Lava Hound in the back. We just have to watch out if he goes Dark Prince in front of the Magic Archer, which he might. Looks like he doesn't. I'm glad he didn't. Magic Archer does lock on the tower. You know, I'm not too worried about it getting a little bit of chip. I maybe should have played a bar barrel, but overall, I don't think it's too big of a deal. We're going to get a nice poison here on top of his Hunter. I really do want a Miner and finish off the... Oh, the Baby Dragon locked on it. Okay, that was a bad Miner. Had I known that was going to happen, I would have actually Minered in the back. Ooh, his Royal Delivery was late. That's a definite mistake on his end. He meant to obviously drop the Royal Delivery on the Lava Pups, but he played it a bit too early, and as a result, he's going to take a bit of damage and be forced to play Magic Archer. It's kind of ironic that he ended up playing it too early, because usually people use the Royal Delivery, play it too late. Let's go for a Goblin Cage here. This is going to be a pretty nice counter to the Royal Hogs. I actually think Goblin Cage, especially with the damage buff it got, the Brawler is just such a great counter now to the Hogs. I mean, of course it gets damage, but with it being a 4-for-5 trade and having counter push potential, it's definitely really nice. We're going to go for a Miner here on this Hunter. It's probably, yeah, I was going to say Heal Spirit, healing it back up, so that was a good play on his part. Here comes the Royal Delivery for sure. But once again, he played it too early. Oh my gosh, it's so funny because, you know, everyone plays it too late sometimes because it takes forever to spawn. For me, it doesn't take forever to spawn. It's just something you got to get used to. But he, for the second time, plays it too early. So the question is are we going to be able to defend with 15 seconds remaining? You know, it's going to be close. I'm thinking we definitely could go for a high Goblin Cage here because that's going to distract the Hogs, and with 4 seconds left, I don't think he's going to have enough time. We'll just Lava Hound, set up a push just in case, because if he were to take my tower, I'd want to, you know, take advantage of the Elixir lead we had, but, you know, he doesn't have enough time, and that's going to do it. We get a nice win there versus a deck that I actually think is going to be very popular this meta as well. I actually tried that same deck out I might make a video on that deck, the one he just used, because I actually got a 12-win GC with it, and I think it's really good. It's actually good versus Lava Hound. I think he just messed up on the Royal Delivery a couple of times. Had he not done that, I think he would have won. But yeah, it's a very strong deck. So yeah, we're almost top 500 now. Let's search again. This next win will put us at 6,200 if we end up winning. So let's see if we can make it happen. And we have Goblin Cage again in our starting hand. So once again, same thing. Let's just start with a Goblin Cage again, middle of the map. And he's going to go Lava Hound in the back. So the question is if this is going to be a mirror matchup, or if he's going to have lavaloon, or maybe he has Fireball. Hopefully he doesn't have Lava Inferno Drag, because if that's the case, it's going to be tough for us since we don't have a reset. But looks like he's going to have Balloon. So that's a little bit bad for us because we don't have a lot of, you know, air counters, as you guys can see. Even though we're using a lava deck, you know, clearly we only have the Baby Dragon, Mega Minion, and yeah, he's going to take our tower there without really much we were able to do either, which was unfortunate. Not much we can do to defend. But that's the one flaw of Lava Miner. Lavaloon does really good versus it, simply, you know, as you saw, because you can't really defend the balloons. But let's try to attempt to make a comeback here. You know, it's definitely possible, but we Gotta be able to get a good push going. But this is good right here. That lava hound on his end was not very well played. He's not going to get much value out of it. Mega Minion goes down. That's unfortunate. So let's see here what he has to defend this miner and baby drag. He's going to have skeletons, but skeletons alone aren't going to kill all of that because the baby dragon there is getting so much damage on his tower. Ooh, we're put in the position where I wonder, do we want to lava in the right lane or do we want to lava in the left? Because I think we could just miner and finish off the tower, but I think our first priority here is playing defense. So he's going to lava in the pocket, which I have to say is quite aggressive, so I don't know if it's going to work out, but I think it probably will because that balloon again... Oh, wait, we stopped it. Let's get a miner down in the back. He doesn't catch it, and he also allows the baby dragon to lock on, so we do take his tower, but I don't think it's safe to go for a lava hound in the back. I think we need to, at this point, play defense until we're in a good position, like maybe we're up elixir, because right now is not really a good time for us to lava hound in the back. He's going to go for a poison, and he goes for arrows as well. So poison, arrows, and zap. He has so many spells, it's actually kind of insane. Don't know why he has that many spells. If the Mega Minion can get... No, it doesn't. Alright, that's GG. Tough matchup. I think we might have actually been able to win if we didn't have a really rough start as we did. You know, my cycle was pretty bad there, defending his first Lava Hound push, but, you know, it's still regardless kind of a tough matchup because, you know, you don't have a ton of answers for the balloon. You know, also it's because I have Bar Barrel instead of the Snowball. Some people use Lava Miner with Snowball. The reason why I like having Bar Barrel is because Log Bait is nearly impossible, and Expo. Excuse me. Log Bait and Expo are nearly impossible if you don't have Bar Barrel. That's why I like using the Bar Barrel variant. This guy's going to have Mini P.E.K.K.A. and Zap. This could be Giant Cycle. Could just be Giant in general. Maybe he isn't using Giant Cycle. And yeah, with him having Musketeer, it's looking like it's maybe Giant Fireball. With like Mega Minion maybe. The Cycle deck. That's what I'm guessing. Could definitely be something else. And looks like it is going to be that Giant Cycle deck most likely. That's what I really recommend you guys doing. Of course, it depends on what trophy range you're at. If you're at like 5,000, it's pretty hard to predict what the other person's using. But if you're playing a GC or oh, okay, he isn't using Cycle. He's using Graveyard. I was a little wrong. I got the Giant right, but it's a little different. So I, definitely have to say this is probably a good matchup for us because we have Poison for the Graveyard, and Barbs and Cage do really good versus Giant, but it's definitely going to be a little bit tough in single because he outcycles us quite easily. But with him using his Musketeer there, I feel like it's a good idea to just go Lava Hound here. And then we just probably poison his Graveyard. Go Goblin Cage on the Giant and then poison on the Graveyard. And our defense should be fine. Actually, I don't know if we're able to support this Lava Hound at all. I think we need to mostly be focusing here on defense. Ooh, my Mega Minion survives. And just like that, we might actually steal this one. He almost won. But we eventually overwhelmed him. I'll even say well played. I think he played that really well, considering I definitely think that's my matchup, but he played it really smart and just applied a lot of pressure when he needed to, and maybe the Lava Hounds, I started playing Lava Hounds too early, because remember, I went for Lava Hound and I was unable to support it at all, so it pretty much was just much easier for him to defend. That was probably my one mistake of the game. The Lava Hound was not really that good. But yeah, here we go. We're again 1 win away from 6,200. Let's see if we can get it this time around. Let's again start with Goblin Cage. This is going to go Snowball. Snowball pretty much goes to waste there. It's only getting damage on our tower. With him having Snowball and Ice Golem, it's probably going to be Loon Cycle. We want a Lava Hound when he cycles his Musketeer, because then we just Mega Minion his Balloon and we should be completely fine. And yeah, it is going to be Loon Cycle most likely. I would like to bar barrel that Musketeer, but unfortunately he has the Bomb Tower up. It would have just killed the bar barrel really easily. So it looks like he's going to be using oh, that's so clutch. The bomb of the Bomb Tower ended up going off before the Lava Hound died. So that's going to mean we get so much damage. A little bit lucky there for us, but definitely very grateful that that happened, because we would have almost gotten no damage had the timing worked out well for him. And we can Lava Hound because we're up a little bit of Elixir. He had to really overspend there on defense. Now, obviously, he's probably going to have a very high chance of taking our right tower. And again, back to when we versus Lavaloon, we don't have a ton of air counters, so we need to be pretty careful. And a tower trade's definitely okay for us. In fact, I definitely think that's our play here, going in for the tower trade. No way he's going to defend our lava push, but no way we're defending his push. We don't need a miner. I think we take that out. I think the Lava Hound should be enough. And if it isn't, it's going to mean he has to spend something like an Ice Golem, which is potentially over defending on defense. So I'm actually kind of fine with that. Let's get a Goblin Cage up. I think I just leaked a couple of Elixir. That wasn't good. And this Balloon definitely is going to get a hit here because of this Snowball. So yeah, things are not looking really good for us here. We're going to poison the Musketeer. It's getting way too much value. And we also need to make sure we're taking the tower as well. He's going to Miner, but he actually lets the tower lock onto the Balloon first. So that might have been a bit of a mistake on his end. And that was extremely aggressive. So I think it's time for us to go in with the Lava Hound. And we have the Lava Hound tanking for the Mega Minion Baby Dragon as well as the Goblin Brawler. So we should be able to take it out here. And with that Bomb Tower out of cycle, we can actually go for our first set of Barbarians of the game. And hopefully we can overwhelm him here. Poison's going to take out the Musketeer as well as deal more damage on its tower. And he is not able to get a Bomb Tower down. He goes for the Ice Golem, and that's pretty much all of his Elixir. So pretty much as long as we cycle back to another Poison, we win this game. He doesn't catch the Miner either. And I think that pretty much is going to do it, guys, because he's not going to have enough Elixir to play a Balloon right away. And I don't even know if Balloon does enough damage. I think Balloon does, like, just short of 1,200 damage. So even if he got the Balloon connection, I doubt it would have been enough anyways. Let me kind of take a look here. Yeah, Balloon does 1,158. So even if he got that Balloon connection on our tower, it wouldn't have been enough anyways, because he would have needed a death damage, which he wouldn't have had the time for. Our Poison would have taken it. So, yeah, really nice push there. Guys, I really have to say, I really think this Lava Hound deck is going to be good this meta. Especially if there's a ton of Graveyard, which it does really well against. The only reason why this Graveyard match was close is he did have arrows, and arrows are really good versus Lava Pups, so he managed to have a slightly easier time defending. But overall, Graveyard's really easy to beat. And we get to 6,200. It's going to be almost... It is probably top 400 because there's still accounts glitched. A lot of them got passed, but there's, you know, they're glitched still. But yeah, that's going to be it. So make sure to like the video if you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And let me know what you guys want to see next. Like what other decks you guys want me to test out with the newly buffed cards. Let me know if you guys want me to use this Royal Hog deck. I think it's going to be really, really strong, honestly. I could try to win another GC with it, play it on ladder, and there's also another Royal Hog deck with Mega Knight and Magic Archer that's really strong as well, so let me know which one you guys want me to test out. That's going to be it. Thanks again. Until next time, guys.